Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is David Olshan of Nevada Legal Services. We are doing a live stream on the pandemic unemployment assistance and some of the problems you may be facing. Hopefully this program, which ended in September of 2021, will be winding up, but so far we haven't seen any end in sight. And so that's why we're going over some of these problems. Okay, I'm trying to go over some of the. I can't advance. Oh, there we go. So let's talk about some of the problems that we've seen with the PUA system. First of all, self-certification. Certification became an issue in December of 2020. And at that point, Congress wanted to address some of the fraud. So they asked for documentation of self-employment income or a job offer, which of course are two requirements for the PUA program. However, you do not need any documentation. It's self-certification regarding a COVID-related reason for being out of work. So the division, the Employment Security Division, doesn't really follow this rule, and you will go to a hearing and they will ask for documentation showing the reason you're being out of work. That's not required under federal law. So Congress and the Department of Labor obviously guide this program and set the rules, not the division. And so if they ask for that documentation and you're denied, please contact us. Also, if you're asked for documentation regarding your self-employment income, they have to give you at least 21 days to supply that documentation. Or if you're currently receiving PUA, it's 90 days. For overpayments, the division uses the previous standard that was for regular unemployment. However, under the PUA program, there's 3 reasons to waive the overpayment. So if you do have an overpayment, if you've changed your position as a result of receiving those and can't pay the money back, that's called estoppel. The overpayment should be waived. Also, if you're disabled or it's unconscionable to request that you pay the overpayment back, that's another reason to waive it. And those are 2 reasons that aren't really considered by the division, and it's wrong because the law is clear and they can't violate the law, but they sometimes do. The standard that they use is against equity and good conscience. And if you make any mistake, like even saying that you're eligible for PUA when you're not, they will use that against you to deny the waiver of an overpayment. So even if they use one of the standards, which is equity and good conscience, they'll use it in the wrong way. If you put down that you were out of work in March and it turns out you were out of work in February, they will use that as a misrepresentation and deny you the waiver. And of course, there's delays. There's delays in the referee hearing. There's delays in the Board of Review. There's delay in issuing decisions and dispersing benefits. So some people may think that these problems are behind them. No, we know that the system has been down for 3 or 4 weeks based on a data breach. This happens all the time. So these delays are part of what people are used to, but they shouldn't really be used to because it's wrong. The Supreme Court said in the Java case, 7 weeks was the extent of the delay. And we know that if the PUA system ended in September and there's still people who haven't had hearings, it's been more than 7 weeks. Also, if you're asked for identification, they can only ask for identification if there is a reason to suspect a problem with your identity documents. So if you upload your driver's license and social security card, the name matches the driver's license. There really shouldn't be any further documentation requirements, or you shouldn't be denied because of the failure to document your identification. So these are all problems that we see all the time, and they really shouldn't be causing you to not get benefits, but they do. And this is why the sort of PUA program is flawed. I can't advance a slide. Oh, here we go. So if you have been denied assistance, denied a hearing, if you've got an invalid appeal notice, There's some things that you can do. You can file a writ, and that's what we usually do. If you're waiting too long for a hearing, or if you have an invalid appeal, so you don't have any right to a hearing, you should file a writ, and we have those writs on our website, and I will go over that in the last slide. The thing you have to realize is because you're filing a writ, you don't have an adequate remedy at law because you haven't had a hearing or you've been denied a hearing. If those are situations, yes, you have to file a writ, but if you have a hearing, you have to proceed by going to the hearing and then seeking review by the Board of Review because you have to exhaust the administrative process. And that, again, includes the appeals tribunal, a referee hearing, and then the Board of Review. Once that's done, then you can petition, file your petition for judicial review in district court. Must time out or something. Anyway, we are in we just did that, so. We are Nevada Legal Services. Like I said, if you've been denied or need assistance with a PUA or regular unemployment claim, please go to our website. Our website also has writs. If you haven't had a hearing or you had an invalid appeal, you can file a writ. We've tailored writs specifically for those issues. And we are on Facebook and Twitter. So please visit us or give us a call at our offices. We may be able to help. And that's it for our live stream. Thank you for watching. This is David Olshan, and I'm saying goodbye.